There are many fantastic Japanese video games, but which would you say is your favorite?
Oh, that's a really good question. Honestly, it's a bit new school, but I reckon Elden Ring is the best Japanese video game of all time.
I've never played Elden Ring. My favorite Japanese video game is called Hunipop.
Oh, you're an Ero Senin, aren't you? Right. Oh, hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the colony. So last episode we built the tavern, where me and Kato right now are hanging out. It's a really nice building, but this episode we want to focus on getting some progress done on the colony. So I'm going to grab my Paxel and head out and start preparing the land.
I am not Ero Senin. I am a man of culture.
So let's see here, I've got my Paxel, and the first thing I'm going to want to do is get rid of this ugly nether portal. We'll move it somewhere else, because right here is just the wrong place for it. We'll also have to get rid of all the netherrack, all the magma, but also I want to preserve this beehive. These could come in handy for when we build our apiary. But as you can see, here's a top-down look of the before and after of us clearing out the land. I did want to keep that massive tall tree in the middle because I think it looks really cool, and if we can preserve that, I really do want to. So pretty awesome, we have some room to work with now. We've also got that mega torch that's keeping our colonists safe and happy. So, well, maybe not happy. Speaking of colonists though, who have we got around the colony now? Sparrowlegs Bits has come to visit. Hello, welcome to Shinjuku. Over here we have Ryzen Shizen. Wait a minute. Ryzen Shizen? Okay, so this is one of the special colonists that can arrive. Every now and again, Minecolonies donators have submitted their kind of characters to the mod pack, and these guys can arrive on your colony. They usually have a custom story. An explorer who goes by the name of Ryzar. They're usually pretty expensive to recruit, but their stats are often pretty good too. But we'll leave him for now because, yeah, we're not really interested in getting like anybody special on the colony. But it's good to know they're around. Who else is in our colony? Let's go take a look. We've got, who are you? You're new. Haltermine Bailey. Obviously we've got Kaito over there. Not doing much. Sakura Baby. And has our baby grown up? Got Sakura Mangrove over here. But where is Bits Baby? I don't know. Well, there's one way to find out if they're still alive, and knocking around, we can go over to the town hall. The town hall is the first building I want to build this episode, so let's go and check out the materials anyway. Oh yeah, here you are, Bits Baby, hanging out underneath the tavern. I guess you don't have a place to live. Well yeah, the tavern isn't really a place for children, so I don't think you should be growing up there. Anyway, let's take a look. So yeah, you can go over here, there's loads of information, loads of cool tabs over at the town hall, and you can go through these and find out what they all do yourselves. They're all very useful, very cool to kind of see. You get a list of all your dudes so far. Rory Bear Fior is of course still our guard, Haltermine Bailey, Evie Bexby, Bits Baby, and Sakura Baby. So we've got 5 dudes. One of those is a guard, and the other 4 live in the tavern. The stats aren't too special, but as you can see, yeah, citizen deaths. Since yesterday, we've had 5 deaths. Oh my god, that's in one day. It's like days since last death. 0. But yeah. Now we're going to turn off new citizens spawning for now, because this also affects children. It was important in the beginning, because we were getting people dying, we wanted to have them replaced pretty quickly. But we don't want any babies born yet until we can control that. So yeah, let's see what the materials are to build this building. Oh yeah, now it's not as bad as I was worried. There's a lot of dirt here, oh my god, thank god we've got our new Paxel, but I reckon we can gather all this stuff pretty simply. There's plenty of acacia in our forest, and there's not many, oh my god, there's hardly any blocks at all needed for this build. This is going to be super simple, so I'm going to say build building. I'm going to go and grab the materials, and let's watch the town hall come up. It's about time we built our town hall, although there's no real rush with this building. Even though it's the first building you place, you don't really need this to actually have walls and a roof. There's some research that's locked behind having a town hall at higher levels, but until then, Yeah, you really can leave it, but it's such a cool looking building. It's the centerpiece almost of our colony. So I really didn't want to wait too long with this build. And also, it's a really cool looking building that I wanted to get up. Now again, just like the tavern, the floor for this is dirt path. And it's a weird choice, but honestly, I think it looks really good. The materials were super simple. Acacia and birch. Honestly, I really love the look of those woods. I'd never have thought to use them together, but they contrast perfectly and look very Japanese. Now it does make me realize all of this rubbish out front, the garden that we set up, and our market do really just stink up the visuals on this and make it look terrible. So we're going to have to move those. But this is a very cool building. I'm really happy with how it came out. Let's take a look inside and see what's cooking. So yeah, once again, very happy with this build. I love these posts as well. These are really cool. These stripped acacia log walls. Very nice. Yeah, it does look super bare bones. For a town hall, there's absolutely nothing going on here, but it does have the town hall block. Very important. Okay, so what are the next steps for us? That's a good question. Before we get too carried away with building the buildings, I want to build some roads that connect us all the way from the tavern to the town hall, and I reckon we can do that. The main materials used for the roads in the Shogun style are stone brick and deep slate. So what we're going to be focusing on now, before we get these roads down, is a way to get renewable deep slate and stone brick. All the Mods 10, of course, has a whole bunch of mods that are going to make this a lot easier for us, but let's take a look at our options. So we're looking for deep slate, that's number one. How are we going to get deep slate? So it all starts with cobbled deep slate, that's the one you dig up. And there's a few options here. One of the big ones, one of the really strong ones actually, is mystical agriculture. Just a few of these deep slate essences will get you 24. That's really cool. There's a few other options for getting deep slate, like this quarry from Modern Industrialization looks pretty cool. There's also, of course, bees, but I want to move away from bees because we did that in Feed the World. Wait, now what is this? A Xycraft extractor extracts items and fluids out of the environment. Wait a minute, this could be actually really good. I've never used Xycraft, and you guys have said it's pretty cool. If we put lava and, it's got to be packed ice, next to some cobbled deep slate, it looks like we might get a renewable source of cobbled deep slate. Well, this has piqued my interest quite massively. What else is this extractor used for? So we can make amethyst shards if we have a budding amethyst block. Pretty cool. You can get andesite from an andesite block. Oh my god, my dudes, I think we might have discovered something here pretty good. We can get calcite from a bone block. That could be used in some of the building materials. There's a way for us to get Certus quartz using these budding Certus quartz blocks. That's also pretty cool. Oh my god, and there's 26 pages of this. So the list just goes on and on and on. There's also the classic cobble gen. Pretty cool. Diorite from diorite. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna be the one. This looks really fun and an interesting new mod that I've never really checked out. So the question now is, how difficult is this going to be to make? Sometimes you can get excited for a new mod and then you discover you need a PhD in physics to even wrap your head around the science of how it works. I'm looking at you, Greg Tech. So Xycraft probably has its own little quest chain, and it does, yeah, Xycraft. But here it is, the extractor. We'll grow the block or item beneath it and move it to an inventory above it. Oh man, yeah, this really looks strong, really cool. And there's the simple setup there, water, lava, the block in the middle, and the chest above. Okay, well we're going to make a bunch of these extractors because they just look amazing. So how do we make extractor? And it shouldn't be too hard. There it is, I'll put it on the left, so it's easy to make. Oh no. So we've got a paxel, we've got a backpack. I'm sure we can go out and find some of these things in the world. We've got Kivi, I'm fairly sure. We'll need to find some pointed dripstone. We'll need to get some aluminium ingots and some nuggets. So that shouldn't be too hard, but dripstone will come in handy for all kinds of things. So let's go and see if we can find some. Nature's compass actually might help us out here. I'm not sure if underground biomes are actually biomes, but let's take a look. Cave. Oh yeah, dripstone caves. Amazing. Nature's compass to the rescue. Oh, perfect. And there's 100 blocks this way. And that could actually be like 100 blocks down as well. But oh yeah, let's go and find the center, wait until the distance goes down, and then we're going to have our dripstone. Aha, looks like, yes, there's some dripstone right there. That's spiky goodness. Let's go and grab that. Let's take a look and keep on looking. We're also looking for the stuff needed to make, well, prosperity ore might come in handy, so we'll grab that. That's good for mystical agriculture. There's also tin ore, which I think is one of the components. Let's take a look. What's it used for? Smelting into tin ingots, but alloy smelting. Oh! Oh, God. So the first rule of Fight Club is, of course, do not get blown up by creepers. I didn't even notice, but there's this massive weird structure here. It looks like we found some kind of dungeon. Maybe that's why we're getting creepers, because, oh my god, yeah, look at this. Well, there's nether bricks, so we'll grab some of those. That's pretty cool. And inside here, what else have we got? Oh, redstone? Yes, please. Aluminium ore. So it's actually an ore. We'll have to find the ore. But, oh god. Note to self, make yourself some armor. You crazy fool. Oh my god, it's going crazy here. No, gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Go, 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 go. Oh, this poison is savage. It's killing me. Now to find some aluminum. Maybe I'll go back down to the mine that we made at home because it's a bit safer and it's a bit closer to home. Here we are, our nice little mine over here. This should be much safer than that hellscape, the dripstone cave. So we're going to go down as low as we can. We're looking for aluminium now. We've got the Xycraft ore. We've got the dripstone. We can get some more samurai spirit stone, because why not? Good stuff. It might be used for something important. And let's just go lower and lower and lower until we find a nice little cave. Aha, and as luck would have it, we have found ourselves a cave. Now, we've got to be very careful because there will be monsters down here, but there's also booty. So let's take a look. There's lead ore here. That could come in handy for something. I don't know what, but we'll take it and fingers crossed. There's also deep... Ooh, whose ranium is this? Oh, no. Well, not getting that one, am I? There is some lapis. That's great stuff. I'll take you. Thank you. And let's go into this cave because we want to find some aluminium. I reckon we can do it. We're just going to dig down even lower now. Things are getting pretty spicy down here, though, but we've got a nice selection of some ores. We'll deal with these zombies. Get out of here, scum. Does make me realize I reckon we should probably focus on getting some armor sooner rather than later. But honestly, we've got some really nice and spicy caves on our border, and there's loads of dungeons down here. These caves are packed chock-a-block with loot, danger, and things to explore. But I've got a whole bunch of cool stuff now. Let's head home. Well, okay, I've got the bits. Let's go and make one of these Xycraft extractors. So, aluminum dust. This goes into our smelter. This could take some time. In fact, should we upgrade our copper furnace into an iron one? We might as well. We set up our iron farm over here, and we've got a fair bit of iron. So, let's do that. Bam! We have the extractor. Now, we're also going to need some packed ice. This could be tricky, but it's pretty important as well. Now here's a solution to our icy problem. If we can get some icicles from the mod Regions Unexplored, we can also use that to create ice. That's a way. So the question is now, can we find this biome? So if we type ice in here, no, there's nothing. Frozen. Frozen. Regions unexplored. So this is the mod. I reckon a frozen pine taiga or a frozen tundra, one of these could be the one. There's one 4,000 blocks that way. So I'll build a boat and let's go and see if we can find some ice. Oh yeah, super fantastic. So as we crest this rise, we should find, here it is, yeah, a snowy biome. Now there's loads of this stuff around and we should be able to find some ice, no worries. Now of course, ice is not something you can transport without Silk Touch. If we break this, it's just going to shatter. That sucks. However, I did have the foresight to bring along the cut and paste tool. So using this, we can grab 4 blocks of packed ice and bring them home. So amazing, the 4 blocks of ice are over here. We've cut out one and put it especially now in this slot. We're going to need some deep slate now as well to finish this up, but I think this is going to work. Oh, now one thing I realized actually, I don't even know if this thing needs power or not. I assumed it didn't, but you know what, it might do. So there is some cobbled deep slate, that's all we really need. The deep slate goes in the middle, the lava goes over here. I really hope it doesn't melt the packed ice, because that would really just kind of suck. But the extractor goes in the middle, and then the barrel goes on top. Like that. Now let's see if this thing works. We right click on the extractor, nothing happens. It doesn't look like it needs power, but oh my god, can we get a moment of appreciation for how cool this model looks? Someone spent a lot of time designing this, and I appreciate that. Oh my god, it works! Look at this! So we're getting cobbled deep slates on the reg. Oh, amazing! So what we can do is we can set up a bunch of these for all of the different types of stone that we're going to need. And we don't even have to worry about mystical agriculture to get the stone at all. Man, Xycraft, top tip. You can... Oh! Right, yeah. Got to be careful of fires, though. Oh man, that is so good. So now we can start putting down some roads. The build tool should be all we need to get this done. However, we've brought the builder's goggles because that'll let us see where the previous segment of road is. In fact, should we make these visual? Where's the cosmetics tab? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, looking like real builders now. So what we're looking for is the roads in the Shogun style. It's in infrastructure and down here. Now the avenue, like I said, we'll show you what a straight one of these looks like. This is the same deal, but this is much bigger, much wider. So this is more of like a main street kind of thing, and that won't fit here without overlapping what we're going for, but it does look very cool. Anyway, we're going to go for infrastructure roads. So we can slot the first one here and then just daisy chain these all the way along here. We'll get EVBEX on all of these. We've set her to pause so she won't start, but as you can see, because we've got the builder's goggles on, we see a silhouette. That's going to come in really handy. So I'm going to get these roads set up. There's a whole bunch of these as well. If you want to have like a curve, you can do that. Oh man, the curve looks pretty cool. There's also half incline too. Oh yes, if you want to go up a little bit of the terrain, you can kind of meld your roads around the terrain rather than making the terrain fit the road. That's pretty cool as well. So we've placed down all of the roads now. The builder should get started with this. It comes along here, comes down a bit, snakes around, comes over here to where we're going to have our avenue. This is where the street gets really big. But yeah, let's watch these roads get built. So we've loaded the builder up with all the cobbled deep slate and stone brick she's going to need. EVBEX is going to storm through these roads pretty quickly. They look really good and they're really quick and easy to build. With a pair of builder's goggles, you can set out a really interesting and fun road network that really looks the part. So let's get in game and put down the final building for this episode. Oh man, so this road is super awesome. It's really basic and really simple. There are a couple of things we can do down the line to embellish it. I'm going to add the finishing touches over here in the form of some cobbled deep slate and some stone brick slab. And I reckon we can probably break these and put down some slab in here too. Oh yeah, that matches up perfectly now. Pretty awesome. Well done, EVBEX B, you did great here on the roads. There's room for the town hall to expand, that's amazing. Now what we're going to do is build the third and final thing on the colony. We're going to set up a forester's hut. Now this is important because, yeah, basically, we've got to get this done. I am tired of going over to my little forest on the edge of the map there. It's a great source of wood, but we're going to need loads of wood going forwards, and so setting up a forester's hut is probably one of the first things you should do, especially with the Shogun style. It's a very simple craft, so there's absolutely no reason not to. We're going to use the stone axe because we have one spare in the computer, and there are 2 of these. And I think that's because the game suggests that maybe you probably want more than one of these. Now, we said the orchard over here was going to be great for getting farming done, but also I think this is going to be the perfect spot to put down our forester as well. There's loads of room, so let's see what the forester's hut looks like. So it's hidden away here in fundamentals, resources, and now the forester's hut. Let's see if we can get a bird's eye view to see what this looks like, because I think this is going to look amazing. Oh yeah, the Shogun style forester's hut looks super amazing. We're going to maneuver it around, but let's take a look and see what it looks like at level 5. This is level 1, which is pretty cool, pretty good, very basic, but you know what, that's fine. But level 5, and this thing turns into, oh my god, this thing is huge, but it looks really cool. Now, there's no way I can fit 2 of these in the colony, so just one will have to do for now. And I think the front door is around the other side. Yeah, I reckon we're going to call this the front door. So yeah, this location here is going to be the best for us. This is lined up against those 2 back ends of our boundaries. This is as far away as we can put it, because we haven't expanded our boundaries out very far. But this is going to look perfect. We are going to have to lose this tree right here, but you know what? You can't build a town without cutting down a few trees. So we'll go down to level 1, and this is the most basic. There we go, yeah, this is going to be perfect, and we'll get this built. We'll help out by digging out the tree, prepare the grass, but the wood should be very simple to get, and let's get the builders sorted with those. So the forester's hut, the third thing we're building this episode, it's a real bumper one. And yeah, I guess that's if you count the roads. But this is a really important building. Honestly, like there's 2 things you need en masse when you're building, both in real life, I guess, and in-game. It's of course wood and stone. It's interesting because like different countries build their stuff out of different things. Europeans loved stone, because we got lots of rocks over here, and then in North America you have loads and loads of wood, so most houses are made of wood. And it looks like Japanese, well, I guess they had a lot of paper, because they made all their houses out of paper. But we're starting with wood, and we're going to need loads of wood to get all of our buildings to level 1. It's a really simple and quick and elegant build. The forester's hut, one of the quickest we've built yet, and it looks really cool. Now that it's complete, let's set up an area for our forester and recruit a lumberjack. So here we go, my dudes, but before we jump in, check it out. Bits Baby, where is it? Birch-faced dragon, no, not you. And there's Kaito. Where are you, Birch Baby? Baby Bits? Bits Baby. Bits Baby is over here, and they've oh, Callum Longstaff. Longstaff? No. Rory Bear, where are you, Bits Baby? There he is, over here in our supply camp. He's grown up. He's all big and strong. Oh, it's always brings a tear to my eye to see colonists grow up and become unemployed, promising futures. So yeah, we have the forester's hut. Maybe Bits Baby could be a lumberjack. First up, we're going to recruit a lumberjack. And yeah, this building has a lot of options, but we'll go through those in a sec. Manage workers, and yeah, we're looking for good strength, good focus. It looks like Haltermain Bailey actually is better than Bits Baby, so we're going to get you in the colony. Hop on over. What does a Japanese lumberjack look like? And they look like this. Yeah, more of the same. In fact, yeah, it's weird. It's like even now, like in Tokyo, you get salarymen who are just guys that walk around in black suits and black ties. Like everyone in Tokyo who works in a business job, which is like 90% of them, wears a black suit and a black tie to work. And I guess, like back in the olden days, it was brown kimonos, or whatever this is called. Yukata? Something like that. Anyway, we have a lumberjack now, and I want to dedicate an area for this guy to actually go and farm some trees. I think it's important to kind of set out a decent proper area, because if you don't, it does look a bit higgledy-piggledy. In a perfect world, we'd have loads of space, and we'd just give this guy like a massive area to go and chop trees, but all he really needs is an area big enough so by the time he's done with the last tree, the first sapling that he regrew has grown again. Now there's a good reason why the game gives you the option to build 2 forester's huts with 1 craft, and that's because, like, we need so much wood that honestly, a second lumberjack, a second forester's hut would be really advantageous. The difference is between me and you guys at home, I spend a lot of time just messing around, AFK, floating around, filming time lapses, that 1 lumberjack will be fine. He's going to have plenty of time where I'm basically AFK to gather all the woods he needs. But I do still want to kind of set out a proper area for him to do that. And here we go. We're just going to connect this up with stone brick and give ourselves a nice visual area, a visual guide, for where the lumberjack is going to actually do his lumbering and his jacking. And yeah, do you know what? I think this is going to be fine. It's a very small area, and we'll kind of have to dig up this tree. Unfortunately, oh man, I hate to lose a tree, but no, we'll leave it there for now. So we're going to come over here to the forester's hut, and we need to get the selection tool. This will give you a way to dedicate an area to the lumberjack. I reckon this is going to be okay. There's a bit of a worry though. Part of the building is included in this grid, and that's a bit dangerous. I don't know if lumberjacks are clever enough to not dig up their house, thinking that this is a tree, but we'll give it a go. Let's find out. If it doesn't work, we can repair the building and move the square. So he's got the area set up. Amazing. And he's almost good to go. Now we need 2 things. We need saplings and we need axes for this guy to get to work. Now, until we get a blacksmith, we're going to have to make axes ourselves for this dude. So it's always a good idea to give him plenty to get going with, so we don't need to worry down the line. We're also going to get some saplings, and we're going to want the ones we build the most of. It's definitely birch, and it's definitely acacia. But we'll sprinkle 1 jungle sapling in there, and I'll go and grab some dark oak from the forest, because we'll need some of those as well. Now we'll double check on settings, make sure everything is configured correctly. So he's going to replant. Yes, we've given him a zone. We don't want him to break leaves because that means he needs shears or a hoe. You can tell him which saplings to dig specifically, but we don't really need to because at the moment, by default, he's set to dig up absolutely every sapling in the game. That's ideal for us. Also, the forester is pretty useful because not only does he dig logs, but when he's got nothing to do, he can also turn logs into wood, and he can use an axe to strip them of their bark as well. That's really useful because a lot of these buildings are stripped dark oak wood and things. So Haltermain Bailey, we're going to give you that axe. I think he can use stone axes at level 1. I mean, I hope he can. So open requests and fulfill. He's got an axe, but we'll also give him more. Quick tip, if you hold shift and right click on a colonist, you automatically open their inventory. We're going to clear out this chaff because he doesn't need any of that, but he will need all of these axes. So that's good news. And now the finishing touch, we're going to grow some of these trees with some bone meal I brought over.
Without this,
Okay, so he does want a hoe. This is interesting, right? So he will need a hoe for some reason. That kind of sucks because I thought we set his mode to break leaves off. Interesting. Well, we'll give him the tools he needs anyway. We should be safe. I don't think he's going to use these, but he might in his head not want to start work until he has a hoe. It's like a mental block for him. So here we go.
Can't work.
Fulfill that request. We're going to put the rest in your inventory. That still gives him plenty of room to dig up trees. So are you good to go now, my friend? Are you going to get to work? There's trees over there. Yeah, here we go. He's in action. And he's chosen this nice, fine acacia tree to begin with. You gonna get going, my friend? They can be a bit slow to start their digging, but they do get to work eventually. Right? This is awkward. You gonna dig the tree? You know what? I'll leave you to it. Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. Okay, he's started to work. So yeah, sometimes you have to mess around with the selection tool, make sure it's all set up and properly working, but he is actually digging a tree.
What's it today, then?
Now, he's not the quickest of cats. He's, in fact, actually very slow, and this is another reason why you might want to build 2 of these, but oh my god, everything's working. So a massive thank you for watching this episode of Minecolonies Shogun, my friends. We got the town hall built, we built some roads, we built a forester's hut, and we did some other stuff as well. Oh yeah, we also looked into Xycraft and how we can get renewable stone. That's insane, really cool, really powerful. I do suggest you guys check that out. So Kaito, what do you think about our progress this episode?
Axe bites through the bark, echoes through the quiet wood. Forest breathes, then sleeps.
Oh indeed, well, I mean, that's an amazing haiku. Thank you very much, Kaito. Anyway, thank you for watching, my dudes, and until next episode, take care.